Right, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining into our live stream session. I'm Kelvin here from Round and Search. So today we're going to talk about the simple method for us to trade in the stock market. Of course, most importantly is achieve consistent profit in the stock market as well. All right, so maybe some of you do not know for my past history. So for myself, I do look into technical analysis before, fundamental analysis before, but I find it is not really working in the stock market because, as we know, the in the market is basically right now is more about the expectation of the big boys. So that's why I look into the big boys. That's where I came out from my operator analysis. Okay, so before we look into the simple method, okay, how we can actually make profit from the stock market, I would like to do a testing here because I'm not sure whether the live stream on Facebook, okay, on Facebook site, any one of you can see, is it streaming right now? Because I can't see it. Okay, live video. Let me check again because it's a bit different. Okay, all right. So Facebook site is live. Okay, so what we're going to talk about here today is we're going to look into why a lot of people, a lot of investors in the market are not able to make profit in the stock market, especially consistently, and how we can actually make profit from the stock market cumulatively. In the market, we are making 5 years of record about 140%. So every year about like 20 plus 20ish, or maybe close to like 30% per year, and most importantly is consistently outperforming the market, the indices, and also a lot of the funds out there. Okay, so I'm going to share with you how you can be your own fund manager in your own portfolio, and why a lot of people in the market is not able to do it. The reason is because we are using the wrong way to look into the stock market. Of course, most of us, we look into the stock market is through technical analysis or maybe fundamental analysis. But the problem here is that all this analysis doesn't really tell us like what is going to happen. In fact, it's just telling us that what is happening right now in the market. And that's why a lot of us investor, we do a lot of speculation. Resistant breakout, whether it will move up high or low or down, or maybe move sideways, we're not sure whether it's a failed breakout. A golden cross, will it cross back up higher or maybe cross back lower? So that is always the question that we ask. It's like something that every one of us are in the stock market, but we are using the wrong map to navigate ourselves. So it will lead us to a same cycle, same circle, going round and round and round. So I'm going to show you the right map to every one of you, so you will know how you can actually achieve this consistent profit so simple and easy in the stock market by just following the big boys in the stock market. Okay, so first thing here is I want to share with you one of the way that share with you some of the things that in the stock market, that how the big boys do the accumulation and then push the price up higher. So from there, it's very simple. We just need to identify the big boys accumulation from the bottom and then push the price up higher. But most of the time, the retail investor, that you will not able to identify this, because the big boys, what they will do is they'll often have their stocks, okay, accumulate those shares at the point where you will not notice and is not liquid. You will not notice about it because most of us, like I say, we use the wrong map to look into the stock market. So that's why we will only notice this kind of stocks when it's at the high side. So when it's already at the high side, that will actually lead us to trap, higher chances to trap at the high side. And most of us, we will have that kind of, we have no confidence to jump into a certain stocks because we do not know how, all right? And we need to see the volume or the price to move up higher or traded actively in order for us to give us the confidence to jump into it. So that is one of the very wrong thoughts about it, because we have been taught, okay, the old education system is that we have been taught like you have to follow this, you need to look into a high volume stuff, so it's safe for you to look into it. But in fact, it's not. In order for us to jump out from this cycle, money losing cycle, where in the bull market you can make profit, but when in the bear market you can protect a profit and the price goes down lower, and using the same map in the stock market. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you here today is something very different from what we have learned from it. Because if, let's say, we want to jump out from this cycle, we need to know something more than what is the majority of the market doing. Okay, we know 90% of the traders and investors in the market, they are losing money in the stock market. What part of the reason why most of them they lose money in the stock market is because they are using the same way. Like, for example, if you look into a lot of all those billionaire businessmen like Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, or some of them, they drop out from the uni. Okay, they don't take their degree and focus on their business to create Facebook, or you can call it Metaverse right now. Okay, or Microsoft. The reason why they jump out of it is not only because they see the potential in their business. What they really see is that they don't want to learn something in the uni or in the education system. Everyone is learning the same textbook, because they're jumping out from there, out of what the majority people are learning. You're not going to be 9 to 5 employees into that, because they are learning something out of it. So this is where we are going to share with you something that is out of this cycle, the 90%. Okay, so if you are able to learn this, you'll be out from here. There's no point for you to go into the market and then learn the same thing again into the trading course, same thing about talking about technical analysis, how to draw the resistance, how to have the indicators. So indicators wise, you can't have a good setting, okay, or any good setting that it helps you to show you to improve your profitability from that, because the core of the indicators has been set is to trace like what is the current market doing. It's not telling us what is going to happen. That's why a lot of us, we have been speculating whether the price move up higher or not, goes down lower or not. That's the main thing that a lot of people are mistaken. Okay, so that's the things here. Sorry, I need to check again, see whether the okay, so from Facebook side, okay, I think Facebook side is not showing, is it? I saw that is, I know YouTube is on right now. Okay, YouTube, we have viewers coming in. Sorry about this, because I tried before that I didn't go live. I didn't click the live button, go live button. Give me a minute here. Okay, it's broadcasting. How come I don't see the go live button here today? That is weird. Okay, any one of you from Facebook, give me a like if you are able to view it. Schedule live event, go live now. Why is it not telling me whether it's live or not? Sorry about this. I have to pause a while to check on this. Happening now. Is it live? Let me view posts and see. Go live video. I'm sorry about it. Connecting live video. Yeah. Is it breaking down or? Okay, never mind. I'll just leave it here. So since every one of you is in the YouTube side. So yeah, sorry about that. I need to check on it just in case. Go live automatically. Why is this keep on popping up? Is it live or not? That is, my goodness. Done. Video. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about this. All right. So probably some of you are getting out from here right now. Why? Why? Disconnected. Well, I have no idea how this works. All right. Sorry about this, everyone. Okay. So yeah. So let's cut it short. All right. Just now I have showed you guys that. So I'm gonna show you how all this works. So basically in the market, if you look into the chart like this, the big boys, they will actually they will have this they will collect the shares at the bottom, so they do it quietly. So when they do it quietly, and then they will have try to they will break into bars. So this is actually from my own experience where I look into some of the stocks and then I find that okay, they have the intention the look in the past experience where some of them they do some corporate action where they will transfer a big bulk of shares and then break into tranches and then into a different account, a smaller account. So why they do that is because they want to avoid to have one big bulk of shares transferred into one account, and then you get you need to announce into the bursa that saying that there's a new substantial shareholder. So when there's a new substantial shareholder, then it's difficult for them to move the price up higher, because every time when a substantial shareholder they need to sell, or whether they need to take profit, or they need to buy, then they need to make announcement. So what they will do is that from the most of the stock, they will try to break into small and then distribute it into a different account. So every time when they distribute these shares into a different account, this will be the parts where this is what we call it the moving house. Okay, so like for example, at this point over here where it's not liquid, usually they will try to search for those stock that is not liquid. So in this point over here, you can see their volume coming up, and then they will not stay at the high side. They will press it down immediately and then up until probably there will be a cool down period of at least of 1 month, and then so to make sure the whole activities is actually low and is quiet, so they will be staying low profile, so you won't come in and then get the shares that they are transferring in. So some of you might think like, okay, probably at this point over here, you can actually move in at the same point where the big boys accumulation, which is no, you can't do that. Why? Because at this point over here, when the big boys doing accumulation or the moving house, moving from one share, one house to another for a lot of small houses, you will actually get a lot of, you will not know when are they going to complete the moving house. Okay, sometimes it will take 2 to 3 months. Some stocks they will take like up to 1 year. All right, so from here you can see like probably like 4 months over here from July up until October. So what we need to know as a small peanuts and a retail investor in the stock market, we always ask when is the best time to look into it. So right now we know this kind of stock, they have the big boys going in to accumulate the shares, so we know what stocks to buy. Next thing is when to enter. Okay, so looking at this, we need to wait for the housewarming, because after the moving house, they need to create a housewarming and then to attract the buyers to come in to mark up the price. So when they mark up the price, you will see this is where they start to take profit. It's different from how we retailer take profit. We retailer take profit, what we do is that we will place a profit target and then at one point and then we sell everything out. But for them, because they have a lot of shares in hand, they can't do the same thing. Why? Because if they do the same thing, the stock price will start to go down very fast and there will not be enough of buyers in the market to absorb that kind of shares. Okay, so they can't attract the buyers to come in. So that's why when we look into the stock market, we see whenever the price is moving up higher, you will see there's a lot of price retrace. So all these price retrace is not happen for just because for the fun of the big ball, for the fun of the market bull want to take a rest or things like that. All this is because the big boys, they are taking profit. So whenever they push the price up higher, then they see there are enough of buyers coming in and queue at the lower point. That's where they throw it down lower. And sometimes they will even create some of the at the buy sell queue, they will put at the buy side a huge buy lot to show the false signal to the retail investor, thinking that, hey, this is the support, which is not, because these are all just order. They have not transacted yet, so we can't say that is the support. And looking at it, the price is moving up higher, so you can't the big boys are taking profit, so you can't say these are the big boy, these are the support, because the big boys are marking up the price and then they try to sell on the way up. So once they see there's enough buyers are queuing at the buy side, that's where they start to throw the price down lower. So you can see all of this price movement, price down, price down, price down, are the big boys taking profit. So when they are taking profit here, because they are selling, they have majority of shares, so probably they each time they are selling like few 100,000 of shares in one round. So when they are selling up until a point where they find there's not enough buyers or retail investor in the market to queue at the lower point, because retail investor would think like if let's say it goes down lower, then it will be too low and then there's not bullish anymore. So when they find there's no more, they start to push the price up higher again and then distribute again, and then push higher again and then distribute again. So it's continuously attracting buyers over here. So if you look into this, do you think the resistance, let's say for example the previous high is the resistance point? Some of you might think like, yes, this might not be this yes is a resistance point where the big boys are throwing out the shares. Okay, so breaking the resistance point, does it mean that they will move up higher? Not necessary, because every time, especially when the price is going up higher and higher, that will actually tell us that, okay, the stocks, the big boys in the market, they have not much of shares in hand right now. So basically, they have distributed majority of their shares out into the market. So they have lesser shares. So they would not, if let's say they have not many shares in hand, they will not push the price up higher again. They will not waste that kind of cost, that kind of money to push up higher just to distribute. Or maybe they won't accumulate at the higher point because they have accumulated at a lower price. Looking at this, the accumulation point where the price that they accumulated about 50 over cents. So right now, these stocks actually move up to 22 ringgit plus. So do you want to accumulate here, or you wait until the point that they move back down to about like 60 or 50 cents, which you know, because you're the big boss, you know you're going to throw the price down lower than the price, you're going to go back to about the same price later on. So you will not accumulate at the high side for these kind of small caps, small share issue stocks. So that's why the big boys will not accumulate there. So when the resistance breakout, it doesn't make sense. That explain that the stock price will continue to move up higher. Okay, so that is the reason why I don't plot resistance or support, and that is the reason why sometimes your resistance breakout can be successful, sometimes can be fail. That is part of the reason. Okay, because the big boys are distributing when they want, until a point that they find that, okay, they have probably they distribute 80% of their shares, majority of their shares, and then left 20%. So when the stock price start to move sideways, and then when it create a breakout, resistance breakout, that's where they can attract more buyers to come in to distribute their remaining shares. Okay, so look at this. It's very simple for us to make profit in the stock market as long as we find where are the housewarming, and then we exit when they show the sign that they have no intention to push up higher. So from here, if you're able to move in like about 60 over cents and then exit, looking at this, our exit point probably will be at this point here. Okay, if following our midterm exit rules, will be 1 ringgit 96 cents. So that is more than 100% from here within like maybe November, December, January, 3 months time. So it's as simple as this. So we need to know, just need to know how the big boys works. So this is definitely different from what you have thought or what you have learned from the internet. Okay, you will not find any of this from the internet. Why? Because all these are based on our experience. We spend years of trading experience, years of analyzing the big boys transaction to find out where is their accumulation part and what usually they will do during the accumulation point. Okay, so same goes to this. You can see when they do accumulation, the stock price usually is not liquid, and you can see there's move sideways and transfer of shares. So this one took about almost half a year up until the housewarming part. So housewarming part was about 34 cents, and then at the point that our exit rules will show up, probably will be about like 95 cents. Okay, but because the price, they still have a retrace, so we will continue to look into it, and then exit points probably at 1 ringgit and 20 cents. So 30 over cents up to 1 ringgit and 20 cents here. So you can actually make about like 4 times of profit from these stocks. Okay, by knowing when is the big boys accumulating their shares and knowing when is the big boys distributing their remaining shares. Okay, so we can see this stock is basically going down slowly, and then that's it. So within like probably, so from here, December starts from November, end of November, and then you probably exit at April. So 400% of profit. So you can do this. Okay, so if you can actually look into some of our older posting that we have done this before, we have made this before. Last year we are able to make about 30% of the return from the RNS, our round and search portfolio. Why we can do that is because the first quarter the market was good, we are able to ride on it, and then we are able to make a multiple trades that we are having 100 over percent, and some are 50 over percent. And then before the market is turning bad, we find that most of the big boys are trying to attract the buyers, so we stay out from it. So that's how we can secure the 30% of the profit. Okay, so now you know that where the big boys are accumulating and where the big boys are exit. So by knowing how the big boys work in the market and how to interpret all these transactions, knowing that most of them, they are distributing their shares, attracting the buyers at the same time, we know the market is going to be bad. Because one of the major problems for a lot of retail investors in the market is because they find that they can make profit in a bull market, in a good market, but they can't secure their profit and then lose everything in the bear market. Just like 2020, a lot of people make money from the stock market. You can just close your eyes and then make profit, right? But when it comes to 2021, most of them, they get overconfident using the same way to look into the market. I see a lot of people in the stock market, they have a very dull face after that, because they have whatever they have profit, they lose all into it. Why they lose all and some they lose even more is because they have tasted the profit, okay, the taste of profit. So they add on more funds into their trades, okay. So they add on more funds into their trades, and then when the market is bad, then they lose more profit in the market, okay. So that's why it's very important for us to know the big boys way. Don't look into technical analysis, or don't look into the traditional technical analysis, drawing, plotting the lines, because it doesn't make sense. For example, resistance line just now I've shown you, okay, it's not gonna work. Why? Because the big boys are continuously selling their share, taking their profit at the higher point. When they break the resistance, it might not just telling us that they are going to move up higher or hit some point, okay. In this case, we don't have it. So support. So support wise, we know previously, you can see if you use the previous high as the support, resistance turn support, you will find doesn't make sense again. Why? Because you know all these points over here are the big boys who are selling their shares. So if let's say they are selling the shares, they will not come back and support at this point. Like I say, they will wait for the price to go down lower, and then wait for a longer time, wait for their marketing tools to get ready, such as the reports or maybe some of the good news and of the projects coming in, they will write on the news. So they have just done their operation, and then once the price is down, then that's it, okay. So you can't use the previous resistance as a support, because you will get yourself like always breaking the support. So you will always find like a lot of traditional technical analysts, they always say like, okay, if the first support here doesn't support, and then you can look for the second support, and then the third support, and then fourth, and then fifth, and then sixth. So how long you want me to hold on to these stocks? It's losing money. So it's just like, if you're using a traditional analysis, it's always like giving us hope. And that's the only thing that we can do, because you can only hope that the price will rebound, because it doesn't tell us what is going to happen. It doesn't explain that. And the traditional technical analysis, all this chart pattern tell us that what is the big boy's intention. You might say resistance breakout is one of the intention of the big boys want to push it up higher. But like I said just now, resistance breakout is because they want to attract more buyers to come in. So you can't say that is the big boy's intention, okay? Does it tell you that the price is going to reverse? No, because when it's reversed, or maybe you wait for the dead cross in moving average, or to break the support. When you break the support, then it go lower and lower and lower again. We don't know when is the time to enter. The funny thing is that a lot of traditional technical analysis is always like saying like, okay, you need to learn this so that you know when is the support and when is the low for you to move into it. But in fact, it is not. The low will always go lower and lower. So that's why these are the things that you can't look into it, okay? So you might disagree on what I say, but if you are here, you are staying in this live stream, basically you agree with that the financial market is basically the market that plays by the big boys rules, because they have the control. All right, so that's why if let's say you understand this, if they have the control, basically they will control the price to a certain point that every one of us will jump into it, in the sense like they create a resistance breakout, they create a chart pattern breakout to attract us to go in. Okay, so this method is very simple. It's not just one or two shares happening like this. Okay, so you can see in these shares from 30 cents, 30 over cents, go up to 1 ringgit plus. And then the next one over here, you can see from about housewarming part, 19 over cent, 20 cents. I remember this one, we move in about like 20 cents. And then at this point, the highest point over here is about 36. Okay, probably you can exit at 38 cents. So it's not 100%, but at least it's more than 50% over here. So within just a few months, and then you can see the price has been going back down to 145, okay, 14.5 cents. Okay, so not just this, we have more to show you. So you can see from here, accumulation, this one move up fast, they distribute down slow. So we can even catch this, the housewarming part at this point, about 36 cents, and then move up to 70 cents. Basically, you can exit at 70 cents. So probably you are able to exit at maybe 60 cents or 60 cents or maybe 58 cents over here. But this is good because within 2 days, you are able to make a profit about like 20 over cents, okay, or maybe 18 cents over here. So that is a good trade. And other than this, you can see all of this list over here are the stocks that they have done the moving house and already pushed the price up higher, and then right now that is already done. Okay, so you can see from here, accumulation, push up the price and back down to here. So we just need to know where is the accumulation. So I've shared with you before, the accumulation, they always do it when it's not liquid. Okay, so it's not liquid, you can start to see from here, 30.5 cents, and then exit at 40 over cents. So about like more than 50% at this point. So you see, most of the time that they will have a accumulation at this part, okay, and it's not liquid. Volume comes in, pull down period, all these things will happen. Okay, so this is what we're gonna share with you in our training course. So if let's say you are serious about this, you need to look into jump out from this cycle. Don't learn things that everyone is learning from the same textbook. Okay, because you know that you have tried before, everyone of them have tried before. Why is it not working? It's mainly because you are on the right, you're in the wrong track, wrong path to put your money into the stock market. Investing is not easy. When we learn something, we need to learn something that is right, to apply into the right way, so that we can have to achieve the things that we want. Okay, so that's why you need to look into this, how does the big boys trade. So other than just like moving into a swing trade, every now and then, like I say, whenever the big boys are distributing or taking profit on the way up, at this point over here, when we see, if we follow our entry rules, you know that, okay, they are going to push the price up higher again because there's not enough of buyers in the market. So that's where they start to move the price up higher, and we can move in for a short-term profit. And when it reaches to a point where we start to find, following our 4 short-term exit rules, either one match, you know that, okay, the big boys are going to throw the shares out. Okay, take some profit in the short term. So there will be a retrace. So from there, we can exit before the price retrace, because from there we know what kind of price transaction and what kind of price and volume movement. It will show that the big boys is going to take profit and causing a retrace. So you can jump out from here and then move into another stocks when those stocks that they have shown that, okay, the big boys are going to push up higher again to attract more buyers. Then if this one, it shows the exit rules again, you can move into another stocks. When those stocks are ready, you can move in again to go for short-term trading. Okay, so knowing the trades, knowing how the big boys do, you can have a lot of options. Whether you want to go for mid-term swing all the way up from the accumulation point up until that day the big boys have already hit the price peak, or you can actually do a short-term trade. So, or maybe because in our course, we'll share with you how does the big boys transaction is like, then you will know that whether the big boys will have the short-term price push up or not. So you can even do a day trade from it. Okay, so I've tested out this using our operator analysis, but we adjust it a bit. So it's not just able to use it in Malaysian market. You can also use this in US market as well. But mainly I use it for short-term trading, okay, intraday trading, okay. So the trading method is not the way for you, is not the main thing that whether you can make money or not. The main thing that whether we can make money or make profit from the stock market is we need to know how does the market mechanism work, how does the big boys actually works in the stock market. Then we have the option to do day trade, short term, mid term, okay, or even if let's say you want to do investing, you can look into some of the bigger stocks, the bigger cap one. You can find where is their accumulation. Okay, so I use this for some of the Bitcoin trade as well, identifying where is the price is coming in. So as long as the market have the big boys inside in the stock market that is moving the price, we have someone to follow. It is better for us. It is better to invest into this kind of way than going into a market where you do not know, there's no big boys, we can't follow, we don't know who to follow. Okay, so that is basically as same as how you trade in the casino. Okay, so you are betting in a casino bet, because when you go into a casino, you'll find that you do not know whether to buy this number or maybe you want to go for big or small, because there's no one to follow. You can't follow the dealer, okay, or you don't call it dealer, I don't know what you call it, because they don't show you that at what point, at which side, the big or the small will open, whether you come up with a blackjack or not. That is basically gambling. So in the stock market, you need to follow the right way. So this is the right way where you can follow the big boys in the stock market. Okay, so we have our training course here. So our training course, we have a 6-month training course. We don't look into just 2 days of training course, because what I want to share with you is everything that I know, okay, from the transaction side, from how to identify the accumulation. All right, so the first 1 month we're going to talk about the risk management. Make sure you do the risk management, because making profit, yes, that is our objective, okay, but in order for us to achieve the objective of making profit, imagine if you are able to make like from here about 78 up to 2 ringgit over here, about 300%. If you do not know how to secure this and the price goes back down to about like 60 cents, so you are still losing. So we need to know how to protect our profit in order for us to achieve our goal of making profit in the stock market. So that's why risk management is very important. We're going to share with you on the first month. So every week there will be a revision class. Okay, then second month there will be we will look into how to spot the accumulation, more details. So right now I've shared with you, but if let's say you thought like, okay, this is enough for you to look into it, I would say it's not enough, because definitely you will see a lot of stocks that looks like accumulation, but it's not. You might think that, okay, the price moving up and down is accumulation. No. Okay, sometimes the price moving up and down is just they are attracting buyers. Okay, for example, at this point over here, they just want to distribute the remaining of the shares. They are not going to push the price up higher. You can see later on the price goes down lower again. Okay, so I need to share with you all the details, and then I share with you, you will learn how to accumulate this after the second month. Okay, and then the third month, we're going to look into the short-term trading, how to identify all this. Basically, we have 3 different trades over here. Maybe some of you have watched some of my day trading videos. So you can see, even in the bad market, the past 2 weeks, most of our trades, when we are doing a live trades, we are able to make profit from it. So we know when the market is bad, what kind of stock that we can trade, what kind of trading method we should apply. We know that the market is bad. If we go short term, probably there will be a chance for us to make some 1 or 2 days profit. But if we go long a midterm, we enter now and then we go midterm, the price will just, our fund will just get stuck inside there and then go all the way down. Okay, so that is not good. So we saw that there are opportunity. Some of the stock, they will have a price down, but it's showing signs that they are going to have a rebound. So that's where we start to move in and then make the profit. Okay, so there are options. When you understand this, when you're in the right path, you have the options to go short, mid, or long term, or even intraday trades. Okay, so this is what we are going to share with you as well. We do, in the whole training course, we will have the intraday training for you as well. Okay, so this is how we do it, and at this point. Okay, so the next training course that we have right now is on May intake. So the first week of May, the Saturday and Sunday, we're gonna look into it. That is the theory class, so we're gonna look at it, and then after that, every week we're gonna have a revision class on focusing into each of the chapter itself. So there's an early bird discount over here where the price, original price is 4288. Okay, so right now, if you sign up right now by 22nd of March, you get to save 300 ringgit at 3988. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys additional bonus over here. Okay, so if you want to sign up, if you sign up within this hour, probably I'll set it up until 12 a.m. Before 12 a.m. if you sign up, the price is going to be 3888. Okay, 3888. All right, so if let's say you find that one time is too much for you, we have a monthly subscription. You can do it at but the total will be at 4288. Okay, you can do it at 714 67 cents per month. Okay, so for this one wise, what you can do is that after first month, second month, you find that okay, you can't catch up with it, or you don't really have the time to look into it, you can stop the subscription. Okay, but of course it's not refundable. All right, but for, of course, in this whole course over here, there are the charting software as well, the live charting software that I use currently using right now, or even I use it in my intraday trading. So that one wise will starting on the third. Okay, you get activated on the third month. Okay, while you sign up right now, probably you think like May intake is gonna be 1 month. Don't worry, if you sign up right now, you get to access to some of the recording, our previous training class recording. You can start learning and start asking me questions from here. Okay, so that is the wonderful part where you can start learning from now on, because I see there are a lot of stocks. I won't say a lot of stocks. There are some stocks that are starting to have the accumulation is doing. Okay, just to show you. All right, so some of the stocks that we identify, like such as this, they have done the housewarming right now. So the price is up to about 76. And then next one, this one is not ready yet. We are waiting for it. Okay, so you don't want to lose. Oh, sorry. Let me share my screen here. So you don't want to lose these opportunities that to get yourself in the right track in the stock market, where you can actually invest in, you can achieve what you want to achieve from the stock market. Probably you can build this as a life skill, where a secondary income from it. Okay, so most of us, we have our main job. Okay, so if let's say you want to create something, a secondary income, you need to learn this and learn the right way to trade in the stock market. Okay, so from here, I'm going to share the sign up link in the comment section. All right, I'm going to share the sign up link in the comment section where you can sign up. So I will start the, oops, where is it? I will start this whole thing will gonna be last until 12 a.m. So you sign up before 12 a.m. then you're gonna have, you can actually get it at 3888. Okay, I'm gonna paste the monthly subscription first. Okay, so this is the monthly subscription. Okay, so you guys will know that. And then I'm gonna put the link for what is it? So in the meantime, if you have any questions, you can always ask. You can leave it in the comment box. And then I will answer your questions here. Okay. I think Facebook site is not responding. I didn't click the 1 minute. Let's see any questions here. Okay, so I'm gonna edit this until okay, done. All right, so let's see any questions from the charts, live charts. Oh, all right. All right, okay, so if there's no questions, I'm gonna see you guys on the, if let's say you guys are joining in for our intraday live stream session. Okay, I'm gonna see you guys on the live stream session. And also, if remember to share this to some of your friends who are willing to look into the stock market, okay, and understand how the big boys actually works, okay, and want to follow the right path, the right way to trade and invest in the stock market. Okay, I'm going to see you guys again next time. And if you have any questions, just drop us a PM, a personal message, or message us in our WhatsApp or maybe the Facebook page. And remember to like us and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page to get more of notification of our next video coming up. Okay, and also our live stream. Okay, I'm gonna see you guys again next time. Thank you. Bye bye.